Hi guys, Paul and Thomas here.
Hello.
And this is going to be a rundown on the Minion H Quad, which was sent out to us by Pat from Pat's Mini Quads. I think it came out from Canada, is that correct?
Yes.
And this is a little beast of a quad, isn't it? So what we'll do, we'll first start by running through the gear that we've got on it and how we've got this set up. We will be making some changes with this and flying it with slightly different gear a little later on, but I'll run through exactly what we've got in it. Okay, so internally what we're running is we've got an FrSky two-way telemetry receiver, and that's a full-size receiver we've got in there. We've got a CCD camera, and I've got a link in the description for this camera that we're using, so you can have a look at that. That was a $29 FPV camera, which works quite well. It's by no means the absolute best camera out there on the market, but for $29 you really can't beat it. That's absolutely brilliant. The board that we're running is the Nano Wii. We're running the Nano Wii. I think these you can use the CC3D or the Nazair 32. Is that the way you pronounce it, Thomas?
Yes.
So it's the Nazair 32, and we got a couple of Nazair 32 acro boards sent out to us, but they came a little bit too late. So hence we went with the Nano Wii for now. But we will build another version of this a little later on. We'll get another frame sent out to us with the Nazair, and we'll try that out and see exactly how that goes. Now, as far as video systems, we're running this 32 channel transmitter, and this is the one from Foxtech. It's a 600 milliwatt, and that works really well. It's a full size one, but we've got a couple of smaller
Mini 32 channel
ones that I purchased probably a month or so ago, but we'd already installed it, so hence I didn't want to take it out for now. I will also put a link in the description to that video, so you can check that out on a smaller 32 channel transmitter. Now, that's pretty much all the running gear internally. So these are the motors that we're actually using. These are the RCX, and I'll have a link in the description for these too. These were some of the recommended motors if you want to build this on a budget. So this is sort of a budget sort of mini quad that we've built, and it works quite well, doesn't it?
Yes, it is very fast for such a little...
So these motors are quite cheap and surprising. Look, I don't know how long they're going to last. I haven't got that much data. We've probably done would you say 2 or 3 hours worth of flying on this easily?
Yes.
Easily. So he's done heaps of flying with it, and they work really, really well. I don't think they're as powerful as the Sunny Skies, but value for money, you really can't knock them. And I'll show you the flight footage, and you'll see the performance. The quad does still have Performance Plus out of these motors. We're also running the RCX ESCs, and I'll have a link in the description for those too. And these are quite cheap. I think they're $7 or $8 each, and they've already got SimonK flashed on them, so they're ready to go with SimonK, so that's really, really good. Battery we're running on this thing, it's a 1350 zippy battery. It's one of those Rhino ones, and it's only, I think it's 25C rating, because we've only got some 30C ratings recently, but they were out of stock, so we didn't get any higher C rating batteries, which we have to try on these and see how it goes. So the flight footage you see with this is going to be running the only, 25C batteries that Thomas was running on his, but it still performed quite well. Mobius camera. I've got the antennas located up top here for the quad. This is for the receiver, and obviously a circular polarized cloverleaf antenna at the rear. So that's pretty much what the quad looks like. And what do you think of it, Thomas? You've been flying this for some time now.
It is awesome. It's really not quite like anything else I've ever flown, and it's fast, it's smooth. I find these motors, when you're actually putting power on, it seems a bit smooth, like it's not really jumpy, the throttle kind of settings, so it's really smooth and just nice to control, and you have such good throttle controls. So
we've had no real issues with these motors. We'll have to get this out and do some quad racing with it. They seem to be working quite well. We'll give you some feedback again on these motors probably a couple of months from now.
Yes.
And if they're still going. You've got a set of
Sunny
Skies, which you haven't put on yet, because you want to try these motors out first and see how they go.
Yeah. One thing, however, with the one that is coming, the other Minion, that one's supposed to have slightly longer arms, because these are designed to take 6-inch.
Yeah, so we're running 5-inch props here. These are 5.3s Gemfans that we're actually running, and these are beautiful little props. Absolutely love these things. Not much in the way, we haven't balanced any of these props. We've got no jello from the footage, so they're really, really good. And the good thing about these props is they're very soft. And the reason I say soft is very good is if you do happen to have a crash, at least you know the prop will snap quite easily, which means the force of the impact is not going to go all the way through to the motor and the motor shaft.
Another cool thing too, I just remembered this, these motors are actually different.
Yes, you've got clockwise and anti-clockwise spinning motors and thread for the actual the spinners that go on these. So basically what it means, the way we've got these set up, none of these have actually been tightened. As the prop spins, they actually self-tighten. So there's no chance of these coming off. You'll notice with the Sunny Skies, a lot of people take these spinners off and they put on the ones with the little nylon insert, which means it minimises the chance of them coming loose, because they do come loose, and I've had one of mine come loose, haven't I?
Oh yes, on takeoff.
Lucky it was, it didn't take off. All what happened was one of the props come flying off, and I was wondering why it just kept doing this every time I tried to take off. So fantastic idea by having clockwise and anti-clockwise spinning motors, so self-tightening, really, really cool. So anyway, thanks for taking the time to watch this video. We'll cut to the footage of the quad in action.
Okay, so flying the Minion is just, it's like nothing else. It is extremely awesome. I just can't describe it. It's really epic, fun. It's just awesome. Okay, so I've been flying this thing for about 3 weeks, had about 3 hours flight time, so I've finally gotten used to its flight characteristics. It handles really well, and Dad also finds it funny that I haven't damaged a single prop yet. As far as speed goes, where you got the Minion with the RCX motors, and this thing can get some pretty high speeds, and craziest thing too, it still handles at high speeds. And it handles really well, fast, and it's really cool. Even if you get in a dive, then you get some pretty scarily high speeds. So flight time, when you're flying smoothly and efficiently, you're getting about 9 minutes, and if you're flying really hard, really fast, like say racing, you're gonna get about 6 minutes, or that's what I found anyway. Having said that, by the time you've reached that flight time, you're tired and you've got to come in for a landing because you've been concentrating that much. So flying the aircraft smoothly and slowly, you have really good control over the Minion and where to put it. When you fly smooth and slow, I actually prefer flying smooth and slow because it's a lot more controlled, a lot more free flowing, trying to get the best shot possible, and I just find it a lot more rewarding when you get to look back at the flight and see this really awesome smooth footage that you've taken. This thing flies really well, and you can actually hover this thing really nicely, so it's really awesome. So I've got to thank Pat who sent us the Minion. Big thumbs up. It is really awesome. And if you haven't gotten into mini quads, Minion definitely worth looking at. It's really awesome. I cannot stress how awesome, how much fun this thing is. Easily the most fun I've had FPV. So thanks for watching the video. Leave a like, it's always appreciated. If you have any comments, leave them in the comment box. And the parts that are on my Minion will be in the description. Guess hope to see you next time. See ya.